Hello and welcome to Spinster's Library. I'm Claudia.
And I'm Ivan.
And Ivan is my guest Spencer for today.
Again.
He was on a video where we read out George Orwell's Guide to Making Tea and then we made some tea. Ivan runs a channel all about tea. That's not true, is it?
That's not true.
He runs a music channel that also has tea-related videos,
Yeah.
which I will link down below and up in... Hang on.
Isn't the link...
I think it's in the left corner, isn't it?
What is? The card.
Yeah.
The card is on the right.
Oh. Up here! So check out his channel for some music and tea videos. And today we are doing the Time for Tea and Books tag. This tag was created by Butterfly Elephant Books and I was tagged in it by Kara from Wild Book Garden. And both of their videos will also be linked in the description box. So, are you prepared?
I am prepared.
That's more prepared than I am. But what we do have is tea. In here. You just have to trust me on that. Well, there's tea in here, and now the tea's going in the cup. I'm describing this very vividly. So the tea's currently flowing into the cup. Is that enough?
Yeah. There's enough tea in the cup now.
Right, well, I'm going to ask you a question. Question 1 of the Time for Tea and Books tag is, choosing your tea, which genres do you tend to lean towards?
I like non-fiction. Yes, I find it a bit difficult to picture imaginary things.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I much prefer fiction. And boringly, the genre I tend to lean towards the most is just general fiction.
When it comes to fiction, I tend to be quite happy with, what do you call it? The Reader's Digest condensed series.
Really? Oh, come on.
No, do you know why? Because my dad used to subscribe to those, and I would read them because nobody else would read it in the house.
Yeah, no one
And
reads them.
But that was my first, my first access to fiction.
To fiction.
Because we read mostly non-fiction in
milk?
my house. Yes, please.
Right, and now the tea-related part is, what kind of teas do you tend to lean towards?
I think it depends on the time of the day.
Well, as with books, I'm going to force you to choose one.
Okay, so we are in summer now, so I do like a bit of lighter teas, maybe like oolongs. They're quite nice.
Well, I didn't really have oolong until very recently, for your latest video.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it'd have to be black tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like black teas in winter, I would say. And for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
you need
it
that
just packs up.
caffeine kick,
Yeah, it does.
Question 2, hot water. What books made you feel gripped by the main character's plight? So, sorry, this is all about fiction, so you're going to have to
Let's
think
go
deep.
back to... Okay, let's see. I can't remember the name of the book now. It's going to annoy me. It's written by a woman. Val something? Val McDermott. Yeah. It's a crime thriller. Oh, it's gonna annoy me now that I can't remember the
It's
name.
okay, we've got her Wikipedia open.
This is
Oh,
annoying.
she's written a book called My Granny is a Pirate?
It sounds like it could be any of them. This book, it was the first time that I've heard of the Ojibwe and the Cree tribe, because the main character has lost his brother, and you can see that there's a lot of negotiations with this character,
Right.
with modernity and tradition.
Okay.
And it kind of sparked off from the murder of his brother. What else really made me feel for the character? Rosie by Alan Titchmarsh.
Okay. I've not read that either.
Yeah, so it's basically about this character's grandmother who comes to visit. It's quite a sweet story, and I wish my grandma was like that.
Aw. Any book that I really like makes me feel gripped by the main character's plight. That's kind of how you get into a book, isn't it? That's what draws you in. But recently, I would say An Oliphant is Completely Fine is one where you really feel with the main character. Also, The Sisters in Howard's End by E.M. Forster. That's a recent read where I was really rooting for the two sisters that are the main characters. My latest read was Pride and Prejudice, and again, you really feel for like Elizabeth Bennet and all of the Bennet sisters. I mean, any good book does that. And the tea part, do you prefer hot or iced tea? That's where you can tell that this was written by an American.
Hot.
Yeah, hot. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like iced tea as well.
Yeah, I mean, like in Singapore, we tend to eat. No, that's not the verb. We tend to drink a lot more iced lemon tea. It's kind of common, you know. When
Yeah,
you're
like
going
black
out,
tea with lemon.
Or even chrysanthemum tea.
Question 3, brew time. What book improved for you over reading or rereading?
Interestingly, it would be, I would say, The Goblet of Fire.
Oh, see, I'm going to pick a Harry Potter one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end there was so much, there was this change in dynamic, because like now, you know,
there's a revelation. Let's not spoiler it in case
I know.
anyone who's not read it.
I know. I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah.
So there is a huge dynamic change in there, and I thought, like, especially after reading the later parts of the
and
series.
then when you go back to the beginning. My pick is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, because when it first came out, I had been rereading my favourite Harry Potter book, which is The Order of the Phoenix, and then the Half-Blood Prince came out. It's half the length, and it's very, very tightly packed, and I was so disappointed with it when it came out, but actually it has improved a lot in the last, I don't know, how long has it been out? Like 10, 12 years.
Oh, God.
And I know, right? Yeah, so that's now become one of my favourite Harry Potters.
Okay.
And the teapot is... How much milk do you add?
It depends. Sometimes for breakfast I don't even put milk in my tea. Just have it plain with milk, with sugar.
I usually drink black tea and I like it quite milky. Question 4. What are your favourite actual and accidental bookmarks?
I don't normally use bookmarks, but my sister has made me 2.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have
I have to look for them. I have to look for them now. I'll send you a picture.
Yes, please, yes.
Yes.
Actually, the oldest bookmark I have is this touristy hieroglyph alphabet.
Is that
from
old,
Egypt?
Old or just...
Why I love this is when I was in high school, my school did a exchange with a girls' school in Egypt. I was not in a girls' school, it was a mixed school, but obviously only girls could exchange with that school. However, I couldn't because my parents couldn't afford to.
Right.
But when all my friends, my female friends, had their Egyptians over, one of them got everyone like a little bookmark, and she brought like a dozen because she wanted to give them to people, you know, to friends that she would make there. The tea part of question 4 is 1 lump or 2. You know my opinion on this. Okay.
Well, are we talking about like sugar cubes or like in the olden days when it's literally just like a rock?
What is the point of sugar lumps? They are not an accurate measurement of sugar. And if you're not going to come and say, well, there's sugar cubes, they're like 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre by 8 millimetres or whatever they are, that's not good enough. Because I don't want a whole sugar cube in my tea. I want maybe 3/4 of a sugar cube. So what am I going to do? Like
just use a grater.
Take a little, like a grater, take a tiny chisel and just chisel some off. There is no point in sugar that is not in powdered form. And anyway, I prefer honey.
Normally for breakfast I drink tea in a glass. So I will put half a teaspoon in that glass and I have about 4 or 5 of those.
Question 5, the perfect tea set. Do you display your books or keep them secret?
Within the context of my bedroom, they are displayed, but they're not out in the rest of the house because I live with other people.
You share a house. I've got my TBR, that's to be read, behind me. That's all the books that I haven't read yet or that I want to reread. And then I've got my read books in a bookcase downstairs, but I'm trying to keep it to 1 bookcase so that it doesn't take over the entire house. Do you have a favourite mug, cup, teapot, etc.? So
I do have a favourite teapot. It's one of my more precious ones because it's a clay teapot. Picture assumed to be here.
Well, Irfan showed off his teapot collection in one of his latest videos, so I'm going to link that up here. And you can see that clay teapot. It's really nice. It's quite small as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My favourite teapot is a bit less classy. It's shaped like a TARDIS. What else? Mug. Yes, I've got my favourite mugs here as well. This one's one, actually Robin, the other guest spinster, bought me this one in a charity shop when we were out together. And I like it because the cat looks like Minerva. So that's from a charity shop. And then this one was a wedding present. It's part of a set of 2, because obviously who gives one mug as a wedding present? But I broke the other one. And I like this one because the walls are very thick and it's just the perfect shape. The dimensions are very nice on this. I like it.
There we are.
Do you have like a favourite cup?
I think it would be my Celadon cup.
What's the Celadon?
That green. It's the thing that it's made of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a material?
Yes. The picture will be here, I presume.
Question 6 is Sip and Sigh. Is there a book that makes you feel cozy immediately?
I would say that would be Happy, and it's published by Lonely Planet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very good read just for like winding down.
What is it about?
It's basically about like the secrets to happiness from around the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a coffee table book,
Yeah.
really. Yeah, so within 2 pages you get a description of a cultural thing that's going on. For example, curling by the fire, or hygge in Denmark, for example, that would be a good one. Yeah, so and they're describing it like how does this make someone happy, and there's an illustration at the side which is lovely as well.
You know, I'm slightly annoyed about the whole Hygge thing, because the Germans said Gemütlichkeit like ages ago, and that's not a big thing because no one can pronounce it.
Gemütlichkeit.
Yeah, you can, because you speak German, but you know, like you don't see that sort of plastered across like cushions. And
it is a very long word.
Forget Hygge and get Gemütlichkeit. What's your favourite setup for drinking tea?
I have a more ceremonial setup. I think that's one of my more favourite ones, because if I have guests over, I tend to set that up. Presumably a picture here. I like my tea set up in the Chinese ceremonial type, or the Kung Fu type, because I think there's a lot of mindfulness when it comes to brewing tea like that. And I think that's, for me, tea is a process as well, rather than just the drink. It's also the process of making it.
How often do you use any kind of ceremonial tea making things? Like, is that a daily thing, or?
It's not daily, but I do it, I would say, once a week.
I want to get into the habit of brewing tea in a teapot more often, because I basically only do it when you're over. It is nicer to sit here and drink tea out of a cup like a civilized person, although I have noticed that I've been gripping the teacup like that, because this has got like the tiniest little, I mean...
Yeah, you're supposed to hold it like this though, you're
like
not
what?
supposed to put your fingers through.
Oh, well, why has no one ever... But I'm going to drop this. This is not a good idea. I'm going to stick to this.
Okay. Is there already honey in this?
No, you haven't put any in.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, we are at the last question though. So the question is another cup.
Ooh.
A book you are currently reading, or one you plan to read next.
I'm reading Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine right now. I'm only just started. Yeah.
It's a quick read. I am currently reading The Crystal Keep by Sheila Gillooly.
Okay.
Gillulu. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
How do you spell it?
Like that.
With the name
No.
I can't even begin saying it.
And that was all of the questions.
Oh, how often do you drink tea?
Oh, sorry, the teapot. Oh, I forgot the teapot of the question. How often do you drink tea?
Okay, this is.
Yeah, but is the answer too often for you?
It is. I actually measured my tea intake as compared to the rest of the averages across different countries per capita consumption, right? So we are in the UK now, and British people drink, I think they're the third highest with the consumption of tea per capita.
Right.
That's Ireland, and then there's Turkey tops the chart. So here in the UK, I think per capita is 1.9 kilograms a year. Mm-hmm.
That's no, not per capita.
Per capita.
But okay.
But if you think that's bad, I calculated mine, right?
Okay.
Mine approaches to 5 kilograms. So the answer is too much.
Wow, I drink like 1 cup a day. Sometimes I don't drink any tea. Wow, that's a lot of tea.
Well, when you're
I guess
much...
at least you're well hydrated, so that's something.
Yes.
Okay, then who do we tag? I have not thought about this at all. Yeah, I'm not going to tag anyone. If you want to do it, then let me know and I'll watch it. Let's finish it here.
Okay.
We'll finish the tea as well now. Thank you for watching. You have to say bye.
This is sign language for bye, I think. We all live in a kitten submarine, kitten submarine, kitten submarine. We all live in a kitten submarine, kitten submarine, kitten submarine. We all live in a kitten submarine, kitten submarine, kitten submarine. We all live in a kitten submarine, kitten submarine, kitten submarine.
Please tell me that wasn't
That was
you.
alright.